Jag skrev nu att om man hashtaggar Cosplay Studio och frågar en fråga så har man en chans att vinna en t-shirt. Nej. Eller så pratar du med honom så slipper han döda mig.
Take heart, warriors! There's a storm approaching, and only the strongest of heroes will survive! Will you answer the call and thrive as the war chief of the storm? Or will you abandon your destiny like a coward? Puh! If you choose to accept this quest, you will have to venture into the Nexus with your most trusted brethren. Attempting to claim the position as war chief on your own would be nothing but foolish. So go forth to victory. Go to battlefight.com/King of Nordic and sign your team up today. No, not that website. Wrong website. Wrong website. You can find the right link to join the battlefield in the Twitch chat, in the description of this video, in this Facebook post, whatever media you see this video in. The battle for the mantle of war chief and a 5,000 euro prize pool awaits you. Sign up today. Luktar Rugar for the Horde.
Do you play Counter-Strike together with 5 other people? Do you guys think you're pretty good? Well, then you should definitely sign your team up for King of Nordic. How, you ask? Well, if you're from Denmark, esport.dk. From Finland, csgofinland.fi. From Norway, gamer.no. From Sweden, publiclear.se. And finally, if you're from Iceland, esports.is. We wish your team the best of luck and hope to see you battling it out against your Nordic brethren in the next show.
Hi, I'm Nimdra, and I'm gonna tell you my story how I made cosplay a profession. I never knew my own ambition and how far I would go. I made my first cosplay in 2009, Amy Sorrell from Soul Calibur 4. I used to play that a lot. So I made my own costume and I competed, and something amazing happened. People voted for me. So I won my first prize, the People's Choice. In the end of 2016, I got to work with ESEN Studio, and I was interviewing cosplayers around DreamHack, and apparently they really liked my work. So they called me up to Stockholm to their studio. And from there, they hired me as a cosplayer. Hi everyone, welcome to Cosplay Studio with Nimdra. I'm Nimdra. So I just want to talk a little bit about the show today. We're going to talk about Eva foam, Vorbla, and plastics and such. And one more thing, don't forget to cosplay, to send us questions on Twitter. You hashtag Cosplay Studio and ask anything you want to the guests. And in the end of the show, we will bring these questions and ask them. So go ahead and do that. And till then, we will be having our own show. So let me represent my guests. This is Molly.
Ah, yes, hi.
Hi.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Who are you?
In the cosplay world, I'm known as Toka Cosplay. And when I'm not cosplaying, I'm a server developer.
Yeah, well, what have you done? Tell us a little bit about your cosplays, a little bit about your experience in cosplay, just so we know who you are.
I'm a great Star Wars nerd, so my very first cosplay was Darth Maul. And then I played so much World of Warcraft that I had to make Thrall.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're holding his Doomhammer.
Yes, look at this. Isn't this awesome? Look at these details. Yeah. And we will see the pictures later. We have actually pictures of several cosplays of Molly and Johanna.
Hi, I'm Johanna, or also known as Civil, and I'm a streamer and cosplayer. And when I don't do that on daytime, I work with marketing at Avalanche Studios.
That's Awesome. So let us talk a little bit about EVA foam. What is EVA foam and where do you get it?
Should I take this one?
Yeah, sure.
So basically, EVA foam is, I would say, like a collective word for a bunch of different foam materials. So that could be yoga mats or ground sheets or basically anything that you can use and warm up and kind of shape to some extent. It's made of plastic. Not sure what specific kind of plastic, but it's usually used for like yoga mats to practice on, etc.
Yeah, floor mats, kind of those puzzle mats that you can find in different places.
Unless you're a cosplayer and you wear them instead for armor and stuff.
Yeah. Well, how do you heat them up then? With a hairdryer?
I think if you have really thin ones, you can use a hairdryer, but otherwise you would use a heat gun.
Oh, and where do you find that?
It sounds fancy with a heat gun, but it's not expensive.
Yeah.
You can find it at any hardware store.
That's awesome. But what about craft foam? What is the difference between craft foam and EVA foam? Is there any difference between those two?
I don't know really. Is there?
I think basically it's more or less the same material, but craft foam is usually sold in 2mm sheets or 6mm. There are a bunch of different ones. But it's more made in like funny colors, and it's usually more expensive, I would say, because it's made more for, crafting purposes. But it's thinner usually.
There are different kinds of foams. Some are much softer and bends easier, but some tend to flex back after you form them. So, it depends on what you want to do and how much money you want to spend, I guess.
Where do you find the craft foam then? Crafting stores?
Like for EVA foam and stuff, you would usually go to hardware stores. But for craft foam, you would go more to crafty stores. We have like, for example, Panduro in the Nordics, I believe.
Yeah.
But you can also go to like eBay or any other place. Amazon for sure has craft foam as well.
Where do you buy it? If you buy it.
I bought my first EVA foam at Biltema.
Yeah.
Same.
Same. That's what I knew. People like, buy it at Biltema. It's cheap and good. And I was like, how do I?
I think it's 100 SEK for like four of these huge.
I think it's 130 now.
Okay, maybe it's gone up, or I don't know, something like that. But you get quite a lot of material for that amount of money.
Yeah, you can almost make a whole armor with it.
Yeah.
But how do you attach it together? Do you use what kind of glue?
I mean, you can use hot glue gun. My favorite is actually what's called
contact cement. I think.
Yeah. But you have to make sure that you use it the right way. Like read the manual, because to make it really stick, you want to apply it to both sides, let it dry a bit, and then you stick it together, and it will sit like the seam where the glue is will like hold better than the rest of the foam. Yeah. If you do it correctly.
And it's also not super healthy to sit and breathe in for hours and hours when you're gluing. Can give you headaches or so be careful.
Open a window or something. Sit on the balcony.
Even heard that you should use a mask when you heat up EVA foam because it gives fumes that could be toxic. Now, I've been working with cosplay for a long, long time, and I didn't know this until recently, so I'm probably breathing a lot of fumes. I think we all have.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I try to take precautions, but then there's laziness, and then there's like,
And then there are times when you don't realize something is kind of toxic, or until afterwards, and you start feeling a bit strange. And like, oh no, shouldn't have done that.
Well, it does give a certain smell when you heat it up as well. So, do you prime it in any way, or do you go ahead and just paint it?
Prime. Definitely prime it. But first, before you prime it, use that hot air gun and just blow a bit on the foam so it kind of seals itself a little bit, because it consists of small bubbles, kind of.
Yeah.
And
closes the pores or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And then, I mean, there are many different ways to do it. One way is to apply like wood glue in several layers, or
I do that.
or if you want a more flexible piece, you could use something like Plastidip. Now, Plastidip is a brand of colors. You don't have to use specifically Plastidip.
I forgot what the name is. The name
In
of the product.
Yeah. In Swedish, it's gummifärg. I don't know what's in English.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Rubber color? I don't know.
Rubber paint,
Rubber
maybe?
paint, maybe.
We should look it up someday.
But I think mostly almost any glue that's kind of a bit flexible and that you can paint on is really good if you don't want to spend too much money on it as well.
Yeah, I usually use wood glue or primer spray that you use like filler spray.
Yeah, that gives it like a hard finish, right?
Yeah.
So the flexibility disappears.
Yeah, it's something you use on cars. But if it's something that's not supposed to be flexible, it's no problem. Especially if you use it like on Worbla, which we will get into soon, then it's like harder. Worbla is harder. Like this is Worbla, and I will let Malin talk about this piece in a moment. But this is not something that would have to be flexible. So this, you could have primed it with filler spray. So now we're like, how do you mix the Eva foam with Worbla? I know a lot of people do that. How do you guys go about it? Do you use it together or do you just go with the Worbla?
I like to... my favorite method is to build with layers in foam. And if I feel that I need a more robust surface, then I cover it all in Worbla in the end.
Do you use the sandwich method?
Sometimes. It depends on what you want to do. If I want something that is thin but kind of durable, I would use the sandwich method. I think I have that piece over there. Yeah.
Just to explain what a sandwich method is, it's when you have the Eva foam. Microphone. Okay, there we go. The Eva foam, and then you have Worbla over and under, and then you stick it together. The Worbla has a sticky surface, and you use it to stick it together. The Worbla sticks together really good. So once you stick it together, it's kind of hard to unstick it.
Yeah, it's half plastic. So when you heat it up, if you heat both pieces up and you stick it together, it will kind of fuse because it's plastic. It melts a little bit. Yeah. So here, this is a piece. Oops. This is a piece that I haven't finished. So this should be kind of thin. So here I use the sandwich method.
Yeah.
But for the hammer...
But you have used black Worbla there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. This is we can mention this already. So this bright one, this is normal Worbla, and the black is black Worbla. So don't be afraid to combine them because the different Worblas has.
What's the difference between the normal Worbla and the black Worbla?
I would say that the normal Worbla is a bit sturdier because of the wood fibers. So that's why I use the normal Worbla for the cups here, because this is just 2 layers of Worbla. What is this? That's epoxy sculpt.
What is that?
That is a 2-component clay that you mix together, and then it hardens by itself in 24 hours. So this is an experiment.
Did you use, because that's one of the favorite methods that I've learned from you, is when you use the normal Worbla and put the black one on top to make it like these nice details.
Yeah, because the black Worbla is a bit smoother.
Yeah.
So I used to have when I do the sandwich method, I use the normal Worbla on the inside to get the strength.
Yeah.
And the black Worbla on the outside layer for the surface.
Yeah, and black Worbla is also smoother than the normal Worbla.
That's why
it has a smooth surface that you don't need to prime as much.
Yeah, exactly.
For the viewers who doesn't know what Worbla is, it's thermoplastics that actually used to be used for shoes, and then someone was like, but let's make armor out of it, and now the whole cosplay world know what it is. So it's kind of fun like that it used to be used for shoes. I think it's still used for shoes, but we use it for armor. So what you have in your shoes, we have on our shoulders. So that's kind of cool. It's mixed, the normal Vorbla is mixed with wood grains, and I think the black Vorbla is mixed with EVA foam grains, if I'm not mistaken. So you wanted to show us another piece.
Which piece?
Should we show? Do you want to show this one?
The Vorbla.
This one.
The
Okay.
Headhuntress needly.
This is one of my favorite pieces. It was one of the first where I used lighting in it.
Yeah.
This is a kind of complex shape to shape it after your back and so on. So what I did a sandwich first to form the shape after my back.
Yeah.
And then I built with foam to get all the thickness and all the details, and then I covered everything with Vorbla once again.
This is amazing detailing. Malin here has amazing skills painting with a sponge and making it
thank you.
look awesome.
But this isn't sponge. The hammer is
Yes, the
painted
hammer
with
is
a
sponge.
Yeah,
And that's
this
I
this
can't
not.
believe it's all in sponge.
No airbrush.
Spongelicious.
Yeah.
How did you add the light? What is the light system out of?
This is a it's powered by a LiPo battery, so it's rechargeable. You charge it just as you charge your cell phone,
Yeah.
and I calculated it to last for like 10 hours, so for a whole day.
Yeah.
And then it's a small microchip that I programmed, and a addressable RGB pixel, LED strip. So
That is so cool. And
it's
I
really
feel
fun and not as hard as you would think. So
maybe I should try to learn it sometime. I usually use like fairy lights and Christmas lights into my stuff. So
I would love to have a lecture on it. So sorry
Yeah.
to
is
teach
this
people.
Vorbla as well?
Yeah, yeah. It
That is like, this shows what kind of shapes you can do Vorbla with. I don't think, if you hold this and I take that, I just, if we can show it on this camera, you can see it closer. All these things, like how you can use Vorbla as clay somehow. You can like roll it and you can reuse it as long as you haven't put glue on it or something. As long as it's still virgin Vorbla, I don't know, with nothing on it, you can like smooth it out and use like a, what is it called? Kabel.
Like a baking roll?
Yeah, and just smooth it out and make it flat again and reuse it. So this is, you can see the lighting better. Look at it changing colors and stuff. Isn't that awesome?
It recharges both mana and hit points.
Yeah, and this is, I'm showing the inside just a bit. This is Vorbla, and this is how it looks. And most cosplays look like this on the inside.
Yeah, you can see the cable that I recharge the battery
Yeah,
with.
that is so cool.
I love the fact that it's a USB cable.
Oh, there we
I've
have a
never
picture
seen
of
that.
it. That is awesome. It was last summer, right?
Yeah, that was last summer.
When you competed at DreamHack.
Yeah.
And look at, wow, this staff is just awesome. Or the whatever. Or there's the hammer, the throw.
Yeah, look at that.
I really love the necklace or whatever.
Oh, it's awful.
I
It
love
goes
it.
everywhere.
It's like, I love how it's like shining with the light. And
I love
cool.
how large it is.
Yeah. And that's your first cosplay.
Yeah, that's my first cosplay.
And
Believe it or
looks
not, I
awesome.
made it when I was 14, I think.
Wow.
And then I had a long break from cosplay until I was 25 or 26.
Yeah, that looks awesome. And you told me before that you don't do makeup. Look at that.
I do makeup, it's just all or nothing.
There's a misfortune. I love those guns, by the way. I've seen them up close and they're like, didn't you use like Pringles?
I think it was like Mentos.
Oh, for the
Yeah.
barrels. It
Yeah.
looks amazing. Look at the gun, you can see it closer, and the belt and everything. That looks just, wow. So, I just want you to show us the little skulls. We have an interview with you, but that you mentioned the skulls, but I want the people to see.
Yeah,
this is Bob.
Yeah.
That is not in the interview because he was running away.
That's another way to use Warbler. I actually had a real skull, and I kind of shaped the Warbler around the skull, and then I took it off the skull,
this
and now
is amazing.
it's very, very light.
This shows the way you can use Warbler in different ways, and I think the painting does a lot as well.
Yeah, I fall in love with my airbrush every time I actually use it.
I should learn to use an airbrush.
It's not hard.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to you. I know you brought something today to show off.
Should we start with this one then?
Yes, what is that?
It is my mask for a cosplay I did from StarCraft 2. It's a Dark Templar.
Yeah, it looks awesome. I believe we have a picture.
Oh yeah, there it is. It does light up, but it requires the entire costume to be connected to each other for lighting up. But yeah, this is also made in Warbler, and I've used the sandwich method for this.
Yeah.
And then added some epoxy sculpt, as Molly showed on her chest plate as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait to show it off on the camera closest to me, that you can see it. All the nice details. Like, look at that up here. So cool. And the teeth. Look at the teeth.
Yeah. I wanted to look a bit dangerous, so.
Yeah, he will bite your face off.
Yeah, maybe I should have made them a bit more pointy.
Look. No, it is awesome. And this is the inside. So
it's
now
not
you
as
can
pretty.
See, yeah, but that's cosplay. It doesn't have to be pretty on the inside because no one sees the inside.
2 meter rule.
And this is
all
the cables to connect to everything else.
Yeah, so I try to focus, at least make it a bit more comfortable. So I had
like the
a thick piece
sponge,
of
yeah.
cloth. Yeah.
And you also have another method where you used fabric.
Yes. So I made this one for my wizard cosplay from Diablo 3. So this is also the sandwich method, but it's covered in fabric.
Oh, there we have a picture of the whole cosplay.
You can actually see that piece in the picture, but basically it's just a sandwich method, and then I covered it in glue and glued on the fabric, and then I added Warbler on the sides on top of the fabric.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Now you can see it closer. It's like another method of using Warbler that you don't actually have to paint it all the time. You can actually mix it with different materials. And here she used fabric, very fancy fabric.
From eBay.
This is craft foam, what we were talking about before. It's foam that's thinner than normal EVA foam, or EVA foam, sorry, and used Warbler for the edges. So I really love when you mix different materials and create something new out of it.
Yeah, and I try to always add craft foam on the inside, especially on these kind of armor pieces when I can, just to make it a bit more, nice to wear for a long period of time. Because it will give you, not sores, but it's gonna be there and it's gonna irritate your skin if you wear it for many hours. Yeah.
I think we have more pictures of Johanna I would love to show off.
Yeah,
that
Mercy.
one. I love that one.
Yeah,
that was a big
really,
project.
Really pretty.
Oh, thank you. I made the wings light up with the help of my dad, actually. So I think we soldered about 60 or 100 separate.
Is that plexiglass or transparent Warbler or what?
It's called like acrylic plastic.
Yeah.
That I bought at like craft store, and then I painted it with some kind of plastic paint. It's called like a flexi paint or something like that, and it's a bit see-through as well.
Well, I never heard of that paint. I need to get that.
I found it in the store. I'm like,
well,
okay,
that
let's try
sounds great
this.
for a flexible armor. I mean, like Plastidip kind of paint.
Yeah, I'm not sure what qualities it really has. I got it because it was like see-through
Yeah.
kind of paint.
Yeah. Because I wanted to talk a little bit about transparent Worbla and such, because it's different in that way that it's because acrylic, plastic, and plexiglass and transparent Worbla are all transparent material, but they are very different.
I think you should remember that plexiglass is a brand name.
Yeah.
I don't know what the material is called in reality.
Plastic. No. Well, I actually used it. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I actually used transparent Worbla because I tried first with like acrylic plastic when I made this, the Dark Templar that we saw previously. So when I made the staff, it has two blades. Yeah, we have the picture here.
Yeah.
So the blades are made with transpa art or transparent Worbla.
The tricky thing with transparent Worbla is that you need it to be much warmer to work with.
I usually say it's like spaghetti.
Yeah,
either it's hard or it's like woo.
It's super wobbly.
Yeah, I don't like it at all because I made a whole braid out of it for my Lysandra cosplay, and that was a nightmare. Like it was, I was so close to just trash the whole cosplay because it's literally just like, no, I don't want to move until you heat it, and it's like.
It comes to like a certain point in the heating process or something where just now I'm gonna be wobbly.
But if you heat it too much, you get bubbles.
Yeah.
And if you don't heat it enough, it won't do as you want. And it's like, what do you want from me?
Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons for using the sandwich method with normal Worbla is that the Worbla gets so soft when it's warm. So you need something to stabilize it while you actually form it. So you can use cardboard or craft foam. You can use anything to stabilize it while it's warm.
Yeah.
But when you have the transparent Worbla, you want it to be see-through. So you can't use cardboard or foam or something to stabilize it.
I've made like I said before, the Lysandra, because I made the chains, and then I made them out of clay, and then I pressed the transparent Worbla against it, and that worked. And then you pull it out and you have like a form. I think this okay, there we go. So that's one way to do it. Then you can use, I know a lot of people use it for eyes or for metal kind of thingies, which is a great way to use it if you have the patience.
I've seen people use it for gems as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I actually use it in this. I don't know if you want to have a look, but the eyes are basically transparent Worbla that are warmed up and then just mushed into a mold, basically.
Sorry, the yeah. So this is a oh, you have like Foley. Metal, what is it called?
Aluminium foil?
Aluminium foil to create like a different shape. It's super cool. You guys should check her page, and then you can get a closer look on the actual cosplay, because it's really hard to show right on the camera. Oh, that's
Misfortune, yeah.
This is the first cosplay I saw you in.
Yeah, I think it was one of the first, maybe the second one after I did my cosplay comeback.
2014, I think.
I think something like that. This is from this summer when I decided that bring this lady out again.
Yeah.
It is a pretty simple costume when you look at it, but when I made it, it was like so many details and making all these little shapes and details on the hat and everything.
Yeah, exactly. I believe you that the hat wasn't an easy mission.
No.
Like
it's so big.
It's huge. And here we have the Me costume.
Yeah, we were a whole group. I'm not sure I uploaded it, but I think we have the picture. Not sure, but this was. I think we were 9.
Yeah, we were quite many. But
Yeah.
we
There
look
we
at
go.
that. So if you look at the picture, I am the second one from the left,
And I'm the
you're
third from the
one.
left.
We were beside each other in this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just ordered a bunch of dresses from eBay or wherever it was.
And modified.
Yeah, it was really fun. And it was fun to do it because it didn't require like a lot of craftsmanship or a lot of time.
No, this is not related to the subject at all. It was just fun to show it off that we have cosplayed together. So, oh, look at you.
Yeah, this is the first costume I made out of Warble, actually.
Yeah.
I decided, like, hey, let's try this new expensive material and let's make an entire costume out of it in no time.
You look great.
Thank you.
I think, did you make this before Misfortune?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, because I
did.
saw you at DreamHack, you and your friend.
Yeah, we were Kerrigan and Nova in a contest.
Exactly. So I remember seeing you in the dark at DreamHack. You were glowing up. I was like, those are so cool. I don't dare to talk to them.
No way.
And then I was behind you in the queue for the competition at Närcon when you were in your Misfortune.
I remember
That's
that.
how we connected.
I think we were last out.
Yeah,
so we had a lot of time to
lollipoppy at the
talk.
time.
I remember that. I was so impressed.
Thank you. So I just want to remind everyone to ask questions on Twitter, hashtag Cosplay Studio, that we will use in the end of the show. So that will be awesome. I hope a lot of you have a lot of questions for all of us, mostly the guests. I hope that they will answer because they are here today for you, and yeah, mostly for you and a little bit for me. So we have a little video from DreamHack. I believe that when I interviewed you guys, you were actually wearing your Headhunter Nidalee and you were wearing your Misfortune.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
No, you were looking great. I was all out of breath, so my voice were all like, so, but both of you had a great response and stuff like that. So, but I think it's good. And after that, we will actually go through, and then we will have a little break, and we will have our cosplay highlights. So I hope you guys are excited for that. It's a very cute girl.
Hi, who are you and what are you cosplaying?
I'm Johanna Ursebiel, and I'm cosplaying Misfortune from League of Legends.
You look absolutely fabulous. Could you tell me a bit about your costume?
Yeah, it's basically made out of many different materials like foam, it's pleather, it's lace, and I think it took about 2 months to make, about 2 years ago, I think.
Well, it still looks amazing even after 2 years. I saw it 2 years ago and it's still top notch.
This is my hair, but it's supposed to be like a ponytail, but it's a bit heavy, so you know. Then we have my skulls. These are my skulls. This is Patricia.
Wow, what is that made of?
It's made out of insulation foam and clay. I used to have a small skull as well, which is called Bob. But Bob tends to run away, so he's secure in a bag right now.
Oh, Bob is kind of badass, huh?
So, welcome back. Well, I want to thank my guests so very much. Don't forget to hashtag Cosplay Studio on Twitter to ask them questions, because they will be back later, so you can interact with them or interact with us. That's why we have that. So for now, I want to thank you so very much for being here, so I could show you off for the world and you can share your passion with us.
Thank you.
It was great to be here.
Thank you. So now we will have a break, and I want to thank our sponsors, and you will see our sponsors on the break. And we'll see you in 5 minutes. Stay tuned.
turn away, run away, turn away, run away. Run away, turn away, run away, turn away, run away. Run away, turn away, run away, turn away, run away. Run away, turn away, run away, turn away, run away. Run away, turn away,
Take heart, warriors! There's a storm approaching, and only the strongest of heroes will survive. Will you answer the call and thrive as the war chief of the storm? Or will you abandon your destiny like a coward? Puh! If you choose to accept this quest, you will have to venture into the Nexus with your most trusted brethren. Attempting to claim the position as war chief on your own would be nothing but foolish. So go forth to victory. Go to battlefight.com/King of Nordic and sign your team up today. No, not that website. Wrong website, wrong website. You can find the right link to join the battlefield in the Twitch chat, in the description of this video, in this Facebook post, whatever media you see this video in. The battle for the mantle of War Chief and a 5,000 euro prize pool awaits you. Sign up today. Luktar Ugar for the Horde.
Do you play Counter-Strike together with 5 other people? Do you guys think you're pretty good? Well, then you should definitely sign your team up for King of Nordic. How, you ask? Well, if you're from Denmark, esport.dk. From Finland, csgofinland.fi. From Norway, gamer.no. From Sweden, publiclear.se. And finally, if you're from Iceland, esports.is. We wish your team the best of luck and hope to see you battling it out against your Nordic brethren in the next show.
Hi, I'm Nimdra, and I'm gonna tell you my story how I made cosplay a profession. I never knew my own ambition and how far I would go. I made my first cosplay in 2009, Amy Sorrell from Soul Calibur 4. I used to play that a lot. So I made my own costume and I competed, and something amazing happened. People voted for me. So I won my first prize, the People's Choice. In the end of 2016, I got to work with ESEN Studio, and I was interviewing cosplayers around DreamHack, and apparently they really liked my work. So they called me up to Stockholm to their studio. And from there, they hired me as a cosplayer.
Hello everyone, welcome back, and now it's time for cosplay highlight. And I have like the cutest girl with me today. She is called Teresa. Who are you?
Hi, my name is Teresa and I'm 17, and right now I'm studying in Stockholm at the gymnasium.
What do you study?
I study tailoring, and so I sew a lot. Since it's kind of important since I'm cosplaying, so yeah. I thought I have to learn to sew.
That's a great thing to know. Did you sew the cosplay you're wearing today?
No, not today. This was a cosplay like a month before Comic-Con. I was like, I really love this character and I don't know how to sew, so I'm just gonna buy it, and maybe in the future I'll actually make it myself.
Why do you love this character?
This is from the anime Kill la Kill, and I don't know, Ryuko, who I'm wearing as a person, is just so powerful and funny, and it's just such an amazing character.
Yeah, you look amazing and you represent her really good, actually. I got to say. So, what do you usually cosplay from? Is it like games, anime?
I think I mostly cosplay from games. I've only made one cosplay from a game so far, but it's like Future Things.
Are you sure it was one cosplay?
Was it?
I'm pretty sure I have 3 pictures from
Oh.
you from games.
Well, I would love to cosplay more game characters. I feel like all the anime characters I've cosplayed, I've bought.
Yeah.
Because it's like mostly sewing. But all the game ones, I love making armor and stuff out of different kind of materials.
That's
so.
kind of ironic.
Yeah, I know.
I feel you though. I studied sewing as well, but I love making armor.
Yeah.
So because it's a lot of you have to construct the whole the whole pattern and all that, and it's a lot of work with sewing. So if you see a whole costume that's only fabric, I mean, respect to you, because I know the work behind that. But also you shouldn't look down on the armor parts.
Exactly.
So what kind of games do you play?
Well, right now I'm really obsessed with Elder Scrolls Online, and I would say it's my favorite game so far right now. But my all-time favorite games is Don't Starve, which is an indie game, and League of Legends. I'm not really good at it, but I've played since season 3, and I keep getting back to it because it's like so much fun.
Yeah, I know. That's how I got to know you. We played Don't Starve together.
Yeah.
And we survived. I think we've survived over 200 days or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. It's kind of a lot though.
We passed the year and we got no life.
Pretty much.
So, except cosplay, do you have other hobbies?
Oh wow. I'm not a sports person. And I would say most of my time I just game. I sit at home and I play games. Other than that, I don't really have that much of a social life. So I sit at home, game, or make cosplay or go to school. That's like my life schedule right now.
Yeah.
So it's not that much.
Well, I don't see anything wrong with that. That's pretty much what I did when I went to school. It was like, go home, game, sleep, school, game.
Yeah, I don't really have time for a lot of things.
Yeah,
sadly.
That's life. Don't forget to hashtag Cosplay Studio on Twitter and ask us questions. Ask Teresa something. Ask Malin or Johanna that was here just like 8 minutes ago. But I want to show some pictures and discuss them a little bit of your cosplays.
Oh my.
You look adorable in all the cosplays.
Oh,
so just showing off some skills.
Oh.
I love that one.
Oh, my dad and I showed him a picture of like a cardboard diva, and I was like, I want to make that. And it was like a week before the con, and he was like, yeah, sure. So he just like drove off, got some cardboard, and I just took some spray paint and made the little icon on my chest. I had some like arms and like shoes made of boxes, but they were kind of hard to walk in or like carry around since I had a bag in the back, like where my butt was. So my bag was in the robot costume. And so I just walked around with the box when I just wanted to relax.
But reminds me of that song, "I'm living in a box."
Yeah.
I'm living in a cardboard box. So what is this?
Oh, this is NARCon 2015, I think. This was my first or second shoot I ever did. It's not really like a character from a movie or an anime or anything. I just pulled it together because I found this really cute kimono my dad bought. And so I made those fangs out of plastic fake nails. I just cut them out. And I had this weird glue. So every time my mouth would fill up with so much saliva, so I would go all day. It was really strange, but it looked super cute.
Yeah, you look adorable.
Oh, thank you.
I love the ears.
Yeah, I bought them at some other Weeby convention, and I got to use them actually. Oh, there it is.
It's the selfie. Is that a gun?
Yeah, it's like her mini guns, but
That's not mini at all.
no, it's like really huge, but I couldn't really carry them around. Actually, I couldn't bring it home to me, so I left it at a hotel with like a little note that said, "Please don't break it." And I don't know if it's still there in Linköping.
Yeah.
Whoever has it.
This is beautiful.
This is my first real armor cosplay. It's a night elf from World of Warcraft. I got inspiration from Tyrann the Whisperwind, but I don't know if it really turned out to be her. It kind of
Well, the makeup and the wig resembles Tyrande.
Yeah.
And I really like the armor. The armor doesn't really say Tyrande,
No,
but the
I know.
white
Yeah, the fabric.
fabric is very Tyrande. She's very whitey, fabricy.
Yeah, this one.
I love this one.
I had a shoot, but I can't find the picture for it. So this is a picture my dad snapped of me in the backyard.
Well, you look crazy like Yingsis.
Yeah, I love this cosplay. My mom, this was the time where the dress wasn't done. You see like the little, I don't know what it's called.
The frills?
Oh, the frills. They were like 5 rows of those, and my mom put them together for me because I had no idea when to sew, like how to sew back in the day. And so my dad and I made the gun, and my mom and I made the dress.
Yeah, it looks awesome. This is actually one of my favorite skins in the League of Legends.
Yeah.
I like the 1920s style.
Yeah, I loved it when it came out.
And this is the cosplay you're wearing today.
Yes, I didn't bring my sword because it's kind of hard to travel in Stockholm, and since I had to get over here right after school, so I didn't bring it with me on the train.
Yeah,
sadly.
Totally understandable.
Yes.
Oh yeah, this is your future cosplay that you're working on.
It's like the largest project I've ever done, and it's so many new methods, and I'm learning so much from it.
This is, by the way, EVA foam that we were talking about before. So how did you do the helmet?
I went on to Google and I looked at Genji's helmet from like the profile, and so I sketched out all the parts that I wanted, and so I traced it out on this very thin EVA foam, and so I used contact glue or contact cement. You can buy it at Biltema. To like put it together, and I beveled the edges so it would give like a cool effect.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the EVA foam that I'm using is kind of thin, so it gets kind of flimsy, and so I feel like I need to find a new method for the moment.
Yeah.
But maybe it'll do. I don't know.
Yeah, you can use putty on its buckle.
Yeah,
to make it more stable.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that actually. I haven't really gone that far yet.
It's okay, I can give you some tips later.
Oh, thank you.
Have you ever competed?
Oh, I did compete once in my Tyrann the Cosplay, the Night Elf one, and it was the first time at Narcon Summer 2016. I think it was like the most noobish competition, but it was like my first competition, and actually won an honorable mention.
Congratulations.
Thank you, and I got it like I think I got some ears from Yaya Han and a signed picture, and I was just so happy.
Oh.
And it was so amazing because I met so many amazing cosplayers there, and I really want to compete this summer as well. So we'll see.
With you, Genji?
Definitely. I think I'm gonna bump up. Like I think it's novice.
Yeah.
A bit harder. And I feel like
there's novice, intermediate, and master.
Yeah, then it's intermediate, I think, because I feel like I can really, I have a lot of more skills now, and I want to showcase it.
Yeah, of course. It's like the whole scale system is because you have the chance to choose what level you want to compete on. So if you feel yourself as intermediate, go for that.
Yeah. I kind of feel like I want to bump up even more, but that would mean I have to put in more detail, and since school is kind of a lot right now, I don't feel like I can.
Yeah,
do
well,
that.
just one step at a time.
Yeah.
If you do intermediate, you later do master if you so feel like it.
Yeah.
So, because it is competing in master is a lot of jobs, especially if you qualify for the Swedish mastership.
Like you did.
Yeah, that was the most stressful time of my life. It's awesome. It's an honor to be a part of it, but it's really, really hard and a lot of hard work. So it's. I would probably do it again.
Really?
Yeah, but with better planning. And what is your reason to? Why do you cosplay?
Oh, I don't know. I've been thinking about this question, and of course I'm doing it for myself and it because it's fun and it because it's so different and like it's so much new stuff that I get to learn. And it's like showcasing all these games and animes that I love. But I don't know. I feel like it's more like I want to show people what I can do. I want to be known. And I feel like that's the thing that drives me at the moment.
Yeah.
I want to get like real big.
Well, I'm sure you can. I mean, it's all about dedication.
Yeah. I feel like I need a little bit more of that because there's always those periods when you're like, I need to stop procrastinating and get this done because it's been like 5 months now and it's very close to the con. And that's, I think, the main issue.
Well, the most important thing is to prioritize yourself first. If you feel like you don't have the motivation to do that, then you have the right to give yourself a break.
Yeah.
And that's something I've learned as well because I've stressed myself out and it has been really hard. And for now, I'm like, if I don't make it in time for a con, then it's not a big deal. I'll just do it for another con.
Yeah, I try to like think that because I feel like if I can't make it to NatCon 2017 summer, I probably will make it to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Or DreamHack if I have enough money for that. But I feel like I want to like succeed with this goal. And maybe even next time when I make another cosplay that I don't take like 5 months to make something, then I can actually focus on it and just do it.
Just do it. Just before we end it there, just a random fact about you.
Oh wow. You want to know the most random fact ever? I don't know if this is appropriate to say on live stream, but
Go ahead.
okay. Once I was playing League of Legends and it was like queue and I had to ban and it was like 30 seconds. So I ran to the bathroom and I made it back in like 15 seconds. And so my secret talent is that I can go to the bathroom and pee in under 30 seconds.
That's great to know. Thank you so much, Teresa, for coming and being our cosplay highlight. We will be back in a moment and I will bring you the rest of the guests and we will have a Q&A. Microphone just died. And we will have our Q&A. So I'll see you guys in a little moment.
Hi everyone, I'm at the Nordiska Museet in Stockholm and today it's the Swedish Cosplay Mastership. And I wanted to show you a bit around. This is kind of new here in Sweden, at least when it comes to the Mastership. We're at having like a prom like with cosplay and it looks amazing. Everything is so, how to say, over the top. And it's kind of magical, I guess is the right word. So let me show you around. Come with me. So this is where the competition is. Right now, it's nothing is happening. We're waiting for the competition to begin. And people are just talking to each other, saying hi to old and new friends, and hanging out. It's not the ordinary convention, I guess. Well, it's not at all, because it's more of a prom, I guess, a ball. Not a prom, a ball. It's a ball. I just found the second place winner, Emma! Hi Emma, how does it feel?
Weird. I didn't expect it, so weird, a bit in shock, fun but weird.
Well, I'm really happy for you. You totally deserved it. You looked absolutely fabulous and everything you did on stage was just top notch, in my opinion. I'm so happy for you. You totally deserved it, as I said, and I know the pressure, and I know because I've been in the same position as you, so I totally know. What are you gonna do now? Now, afterwards, what's your plans?
I'm gonna take off this corset and breathe and then sleep.
What are you gonna do for NCC?
Good question, really good question. I don't know if I'm gonna do Apple again, or if I should like do something totally new, but it's a short time, so I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be a surprise.
So I found another one of the competitors of the Swedish Cosplay Championship. Hi!
Hi!
How does it feel?
It feels good to have done the performance. I'm happy that we got to do it. That was like my main goal with the whole competition, to perform, and now we've done that.
How did she change the wig so fast? How did you do it?
I wore this wig underneath the first one. I have a very tiny baby head, so you couldn't tell.
Hey, welcome back. How you doing? I hope you guys have sent a lot of questions for us, because now I have all the girls here. So let's start. More questions. Okay, it's coming. Are you guys excited? There we go. Casper asked, what's the biggest challenge you ever had while making cosplay? And did you ever give up on making something?
So yes, I guess one of the biggest mistakes and most common mistakes you do when you start cosplaying is that you want to make something really big and really awesome, and then after a while you realize that it was a bit too hard for what you knew at the time.
Yeah.
So yes, I've definitely given up on one.
How about you guys?
I don't really know if I've actually started something and really given up. It's more like I've looked at a cosplay like Genji and I was like, this I'm gonna do in the far future when I know all the stuff, and like a week later I decided I'm gonna do it now. So we'll see if I trash it or not. I haven't really
I won't let you.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to that point yet. But that's about it.
Or for me, I think I've had many moments when I've just took the thing that I'm doing and like thrown it across the room and like, but then 2 hours later I pick it up and I finish it because I'm a very stubborn person.
Yeah.
I always find a way to do it no matter how hard it is, I guess. But sometimes it just requires you to rage for a bit and then like finish it off.
Okay, I can say that. Okay, I didn't just give up. It was like, oh, this cosplay looks much more fun.
Yeah.
So
that
you kind of switch and then you put the old one on ice and then you never finish it.
I've put a lot of cosplays on ice. I'm like, I'll do it later, then it never happens. Do we have another question? Someone. Krister, how far into the character are you willing to go while in cosplay? At the end of the day, are you or are you your character, or are you your character? There we go. There was a lot of use there.
Should I start on this one?
Yes.
Yeah. I think for me, I'm always myself when I wear costumes. But when you maybe take pictures or like you're in a video or whatever, then I would really like to try to go all out with my character and like interact with other cosplayers and things like that. But otherwise, I'm always like myself.
I would say that too, cause like I did Mafia Jinx, and her personality is crazy, and I think that's kind of hard actually, cause I'm a bit shy at sometimes, and doing such a big personality, it gets hard. But I would say I often try to mimic the personality in photos, as she said, but often, or also videos and so on. But like often, I'm just trying to be myself because it feels like a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, photos, of course. But I did some LARPing many years ago, where you have to be in character all the time. And then I found out that wasn't really for me. I want to be more comfortable. I want to be able to take a shower at the end of the day. So cosplay was kind of perfect. If I do a performance on stage, I will be the character. But otherwise, I am mostly not. But I can be a lot more silly. I can mess around with people and joke with them and so on.
Yeah, if you want to know the difference between LARPing and cosplay, you can see our first episode of History about Cosplay. So go ahead to our YouTube and check that out. Do we have another cosplay? Do we have another question? So, cosplayers, what's the longest time you have spent on cosplay? Approximately. Also, favorite part of crafting?
Oh God.
Yeah.
I don't know how many hours I've spent on some costumes. We're talking like 200 plus hours maybe.
Which one took longest time?
I think Mercy or Dark Templar took the longest. But it's all been really funny. You learn so much, but it takes so many hours. I don't count. Do you guys count?
No.
Nope.
No, I don't count. Sometimes I wish I did.
I count in seasons. I watch Netflix at the same time.
Compared to some others, I feel very slow. It's like I will complete at most 2 cosplays a year. And the one I'm working on right now will probably be the one that will take the longest time ever. It feels like I've been hand sewing forever.
What are you doing right now?
I'm doing Reaper from Overwatch, but not just any Reaper. This is Project Sombrero. It's a mariachi Reaper. Yeah.
It looks awesome, by the way. You should go to her cosplay page and check it out. And how about you?
Well, I think the longest cosplay, or the one that took the most time, was my Night of one. And there was just like so many things going on that costume. For me at the time, it was like so many details. I would say it took about 6 months. It's like you're saying, I complete like 2 cosplays in a year at most. And I feel like people can like push out a cosplay in a week, and I don't know how that's possible.
Yeah, well, people are different. You can't really compare yourself with others as well. You have your own pace, your own knowledge, and the way you learn. So there's that.
Yeah, I made a cosplay in a month once. I was so proud.
Lily Pugh says, ever called in sick to work to work on your cosplay?
Nope.
Is my employer watching? No, just kidding. No, never. I think when I studied, I would sometimes leave earlier if it was like a load, like I don't know how to put it, but like if we didn't have a lot of stuff to do at the time.
I don't think I would just like stay home, and for just the cosplay, maybe I would like stay home, play games, and work on a cosplay. Wasn't just like the cosplay thing, but I can see myself doing that in the future because of school right now. So yeah.
Well, I can't really call in sick if that's a question for me, because I work here. I work with cosplay, so there's that. That was the last question for today. Or no, we have one more. For costuming, there is a huge debate about who and what can cosplay. Any thoughts? Your thoughts?
You can cosplay anything. It doesn't matter who you are, what you look like, what your background is. If you want to cosplay, you do it. And if people complain about that, they can go and be quiet in a corner somewhere.
Shove it way up there, Morty.
Cosplay is a thing for everyone. Like everyone. I've seen I think I saw like a picture on Google that was like a grandpa cosplaying a tiny girl, and it was like, yeah, kawaii. I feel like, yeah, sure, why not? And I mean, it's for everyone, so everyone could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But then the whole discussion about blackface, that's
a whole nother.
That's such a big issue.
We actually talked about this in our last episode that you can check at YouTube what and who you can cosplay, which is a really important subject in my opinion. So you should definitely go and watch that. And that was our last question. I want to thank our guests very much for being here.
Thank you.
No, thank you. And let me tell you a little bit about tomorrow's next week's subject is how to find shortcuts in cosplay, a way to cheat your way to a character or a costume. So I've invited perfect guests for that, who does that a lot and knows all the tricks and tips that they will share with you. So stay tuned for that, and always remember that you can tweet us anytime for questions or tips you want us to talk about. And other than that, I want to thank you for watching, and I want to thank our sponsors. Thank you so much, and goodbye.
See ya.
Bye.
Run away, turn away, run away, turn away, run away. Run away, turn away, run away, turn away, run away. Run away, turn away, run away, turn away, run away. Run away, turn away, run away, turn away, run away.
Take heart, warriors! There's a storm approaching, and only the strongest of heroes will survive. Will you answer the call and thrive as the war chief of the storm? Or will you abandon your destiny like a coward? Puh! If you choose to accept this quest, you will have to venture into the Nexus with your most trusted brethren. Attempting to claim the position as war chief on your own would be nothing but foolish. So go forth to victory. Go to battlefight.com/King of Nordic and sign your team up today. No, not that website. Wrong website. You can find the right link to join the battlefield in the Twitch chat, in the description of this video, in this Facebook post, whatever media you see this video in. The battle for the mantle of War Chief and a 5,000 euro prize pool awaits you. Sign up today. Luktar Rugar for the Horde.
Do you play Counter-Strike together with 5 other people? Do you guys think you're pretty good? Well, then you should definitely sign your team up for King of Nordic. How, you ask? Well, if you're from Denmark, esport.dk. From Finland, csgofinland.fi. From Norway, gamer.no. From Sweden, publiclear.se. And finally, if you're from Iceland, esports.is. We wish your team the best of luck and hope to see you battling it out against your Nordic brethren in the next show.
Hi, I'm Nimdra, and I'm gonna tell you my story how I made cosplay a profession. I never knew my own ambition and how far I would go. I made my first cosplay in 2009, Amy Sorrell from Soul Calibur 4. I used to play that a lot. So I made my own costume and I competed. And something amazing happened. People voted for me. So I won my first prize, the People's Choice. In the end of 2016, I got to work with ESEN Studio. And I was interviewing cosplayers around DreamHack, and apparently they really liked my work. So they called me up to Stockholm to their studio. And from there, they hired me as a cosplayer.